Hey, okay, so after you've collected the letters Y, O, K, U, you've now unlocked a special level that you can access on the select menu. So we're just gonna ignore this cutscene again for probably the last time, and you have to wait a while before you can actually access this. And you'll see a face. Click start as soon as you see the face, and you'll go to the secret robot master of this game, Yoku-Man. And here to guest with me for Yoku-Man stage, I give you
StarsimsUniverse. Hello, guys.
Yes, this is the creator.
Yes, I'm his creator.
Welcome, StarSims. It's great to have you along.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No problem.
There's Feiku Baroku, or otherwise known as Yoku Critter.
Yeah, that was a very interesting enemy type, and I was also surprised to see the return of the Mega Man 9 copy bots from
I think their official name is Shadow Mega Man.
Yeah, from Plugman stage. I thought that was a really cool nod. This game also introduced something I never thought I'd ever see in a Mega Man game: Yoku spikes.
Our game's not the first to have those. They have been in a few hacks, Mega Man hacks.
Oh.
With spikes.
So I thought I'd also do, while having StarSims here, I'd do a Q&A. So let's go ahead and start. The first question I got for you is, what was the inspiration behind Yoku-Man?
I think it's back when I was working on Mushroom Kingdom Fusion. So I did other fan games. That was my first. And I did World 3 for that, and it was, surprise, surprise, Mega Man themed. And I wanted to include a disappearing block puzzle stage. And it was while I was doing that, it suddenly dawned on me, why not create a disappearing block boss? And it dawned from that, and it's weird. Like, Capcom had never done anything like that, and I thought, why haven't they? Why don't I do it? And but then the developers of Mushroom Kingdom Fusion said, we don't want any made-up bosses. We want to keep to the canon of Mega Man here, so they wouldn't let me do it.
Right there. I don't know. I literally don't know what happened, but the edge. I tried to hold right and get onto the edge, but I just slipped off of it somehow.
You're lucky you're there, though, because a lot of people constantly fall down, get hit, beat grabs them again, and they fall down, they waste all of their beat calls.
Yeah, I was fortunate to land in a spot where it was easy to retaliate. So I quickly got the nail shield off as fast as I could. But go ahead and continue.
Yeah, so they denied him being made then. I didn't even come up with a name yet or anything. It was just the concept. But then, as time went on, I finally met Phil, saw his videos, and said, "Hey, Phil, you should make a game out of this." And the rest is history. And then it was around that time that I think it was around after he'd made Comic Woman. It dawned on me, hey, I still have that idea for a disappearing block boss. And I said to him, "Oh, you're having trouble? There's that weird glitch when you try to hit the corner of a block."
Yeah, I'm not exactly reaching the block, and
that's a bit of an oversight in the game, in the coding. You shouldn't really do that in the official games. You don't clip on the edge like that. You would either land on it properly or you would just fall down. You shouldn't have to clip like that. Yeah,
I'm hoping that maybe if you can get Phil to see that sometime, that'd be really cool. Because before this version released, I'm playing this on the second version, which is 1.1 something.
Mm-hmm.
There was actually a problem with using a controller for this game, where if you hold up and then a direction, if you hold right and then a direction after, a direction up after holding right, you continue in that direction, and it'd be awkward for the controller. At some points.
It did fix that later on. Because that's the cool thing, when people reported all these little glitches and bugs, and even now, Phil's still doing it. He makes changes in the latest versions. So version 1.2 that's coming soon with Endless is made a lot of other new changes. He's added more midway points in easy mode, because a lot of people complain about the length of the stages. So that's a cool bonus.
Yeah. I thought easy mode would be enough, but I guess people still complain.
Well, then he had to insert instant kill mode.
Oh, instant kill mode is a special little nugget. Probably when this Let's Play is finished, I'm going to actually try attempting to stream the entirety of insta kill mode on my Twitch channel.
Good luck.
So, yeah. Stages like this are going to be hard. Stages like this are going to be hard, and I went the wrong way. This part is an entire maze, so going the wrong way just leads you in the wrong direction, and you got to start over from rooms.
This was inspired by ROM hacks as well. This was coded in ROM hacks. You know that Mega Man 2 had a special transition coding where you could just tell Mega Man to appear in an entirely different room. So I thought, hey, why not put that in this fan game? You know, but it's strange that the official games never did it. It's a cool little gimmick, you know, like an endless maze. You know?
Yeah. And eventually it's not that hard to figure out either. So this is a very nice maze. Okay, so let me move on to the next question here. Okay, this is a question that I kind of wondered myself for a while. But what happened to you during that 2 years that you disappeared? Because for a while you were just not seen for the longest time.
Yeah, I vanished from the internet. Well, it's the typical thing, isn't it? My laptop went kaput. I lost all my files, contacts, bookmarks, all that stuff. I hate when that happens, because then you've got to like find everything again, you know, like start from scratch. But I couldn't start from scratch until 2 years later, because I didn't have a laptop till then, you know. Didn't have the money to buy a new one. Didn't have a smartphone or tablets. I didn't think they even had them back then. They're pretty recent stuff, isn't it?
I guess you didn't have access to a library or anything of the sort?
No, they didn't have anything digital then. You know, there were still old-fashioned libraries without computers. No. Now they're okay, and I can actually confirm that my local library does have one now. But yeah, I got back in contact with Phil and was intrigued to find out that he'd changed he'd gone from Multimedia Fusion engine to the new C++ engine, and got a whole new team together to make the game. So who knows, whether I'd have stayed with him, things might have been different, I don't know. But because of that, unfortunately, I didn't get to work on Yoku Man stage anymore. I'd lost all my assets to the level, and he had to take over. But a lot of what you're seeing here, all these gimmicks and stuff, they're all originally my idea, like the spikes, the enemies that were chosen for the level, the maze. All this is originally my idea, it's just that Phil implemented them himself.
So it's kind of like he took your inspiration and just and ran with it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we both designed Yoku Man together as well. Yeah, so everything that he went through several phases. Like he looked more like apparently like a transformer originally, the original design we did, and we tried to make it more Mega Man-ish afterwards. And the version you know now is what we ended up with.
Well, it certainly came out great because Yoku Man's very well designed.
Thanks.
Alright, so I guess that kind of answers the next question about did you design Yoku Man stage, and
unfortunately not, but I did do the fake block enemy, but originally I wanted him to be part of the puzzles. This one you're seeing right now that's appearing, there you just shot him straight away, but I originally intended him to be part of the puzzles that you'd have to use him as a block. You know, rather than kill them, they'd appear and you'd have to jump on it and quickly get across the room before he starts chasing you, which you don't actually do in this level, do you? They don't ever.
I don't think there's. I don't actually think there's a time where you use them. No, unfortunately.
No, that was my original intention before Phil took over. But luckily, for the new endless mode coming soon, I've managed to do a new puzzle where you finally get to use the fake block properly as a puzzle.
Ah, cool.
Which is cool. So I finally got to give him his proper use, his original intention. Yeah, I also wanted to do... There was originally going to be an electrical ladder press enemy in the level. You remember in Mega Man 4, when you climbed ladders, there was like an enemy that was on the ladder and it was shut on you when you're trying to climb it?
Yeah, I remember.
similar enemy to that was originally going to be in this level, but that was cut out. I wanted to do Yoku ladders as well.
That would be interesting. Yoku ladders.
Yeah.
I've never heard of such
the coding involved to do that though would have been horrendous. Though, like, you know, it's harder than you think to do something like that.
Oh, I have no doubt that just the coding for this game is just ensured that it took 4 years in its development to take.
It did.
Okay, so a while back, I remember saying, you saying Yokuman was free to use, right? For anyone who wanted to use them. Has anyone ever asked you if they could use them in their games, or have you seen anyone else use them in their games?
No, not yet. Anyway, I don't really mind if they don't, because like I'm not forcing them to.
I'd really like to see like ways they could try to make Yokuman.
True.
I'm not sure if they would use the same strategies as Yokuman coming up, which we're almost to him already.
I wouldn't mind if they'd use the character and just give him a different boss fight though. Like, it'd be cool to just give him some variety. Different times you fight him in other games, he'd do a different tactic.
Because the way he fights here, he summons up one of the Yoku blocks. You have to dodge. It's better to wait on the other block until he does his attack. And when he's down there, you can shoot him and you're done. That was the first fight. Nope. I'm kidding.
We've changed that for the new version. It got a bit tedious, that. I didn't originally want him to do that fake out every time. I originally intended him to do that when he's near death, to surprise you. You think you've killed him, but then he comes back one last time, you know? That's the original intention of that.
Oh, okay.
And for the new version that's coming out, we fixed that. He now does that only near death.
Oh, that's interesting. So does that mean you're able to shoot him freely when he's down there now?
That's right, yeah.
Okay, so you can actually get extra hits on him because...
Yeah, and that also doesn't waste weapon energy, because sometimes when you use like a Nitro Blast on him down there, it wouldn't cost any of his life. So you've wasted a whole bar of energy on him, and yet he hasn't lost any energy. And it's meant to be his weakness when he's down there, isn't it? When it's a fake out, isn't it? So he doesn't lose any energy. So you waste a bit of your weapon.
Yeah. And it's easier to wait on the platforms and let him appear before you ascend. So this way you know where he's going to spawn, because he can the little block that moves can actually do damage to you.
It can.
Also,
I see a lot of people do that. They go to the bottom with him and stand with him with the spikes. I've not seen many people stay up top and just wait for
I did notice that it's probably a smarter idea just to wait up there.
Yeah, that was the intention of it. I'd stay up there so you're away from the spikes. Yeah.
But
I don't think people know who's going to come back up again. They think he'll just stand there forever.
In here, you can hop across it. You can hop across them, and they just despawn after a while, and you can start the phase up. The attack he does will lock onto you vertically, so
that's right.
It's easier just to dodge it while ascending. So the original intention was this, right? When he's about to die.
Yeah. And
now he's dead.
I love doing that. It's a fake and then the real.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure to do that.
Right, so you did pretty well there.
Yeah.
Was that your first time doing it?
No, I've actually before I let's play this game, I made sure to beat it in completion because I wanted to make sure I did this game justice. And Yokuman stage took me a lot of practice because it's a very tough stage. And with that, we get the Yoku attack, which which my mind draws a blank on who it's effective against besides a certain other boss that we'll be getting to later. But I still have some questions, so
go ahead.
All right, so I have, out of curiosity, why did you make him pretty used? Was it because of the Mushroom Kingdom thing?
No, it's really because there are other things I've created from my imagination where I feel that he belongs to me, you know, like, or something. You know, like I've got those other characters. Starsim himself, for example, what my username's based off of. I wouldn't give him away. He's dear to me. But Yokoman, I feel like he's like a creation of the fans altogether. Like something that fans love, the disappearing blocks, and he's like representation of that. And I feel like, you know, everyone should use him in that regard. You know, he's infamous, and yeah. So I don't really think that the idea belongs to me in the end. I did come up with it, the concept, but you know,
I get what you mean.
Yeah,
I understand you. So do you think we can get a little bit of backstory and origin to start to Yokuman?
Yeah. Well, we've got the his data card. I could read some information from that, but there's other stuff that people don't know as well. Let's see. I've written this down because I haven't given it much thought, you know, because I wanted to keep his history a bit of a surprise. Like, even I don't know his true history. There's some little ideas, little tidbits I've come up with, like, I imagine that he started out as like a computer. He's not like a robot master. He started off as like AI. Because I was thinking the cube above his head is where his artificial intelligence is. He's like, he doesn't really have a physical body. He's like that cube. Is really him, and so the head isn't really a head, and those like the big glowing eyes you see aren't really his eyes. It's like the head is like a chassis, and it's like there's the big glowing. I'd say it's probably like shaped like an octahedron, like, and it projects the holographic cube, so it's like a projector, that head. So he doesn't really even have a real body. It's just like it's all that cube, you know. What else? Let's see. Lots of people always ask, what's a Yoku? What does Yokuman mean? Well, I've done my research. Like, that's why I chose it in the end. It's a Japanese word, and depending on what kanji you use, it can mean many things. But in the context of what I want to use it as, it's skillful man.
Oh.
That's what it is, because it's also rooted in the fact that he's obsessed with wanting to test Mega Man's skill. Like, his whole purpose in life now is to test Mega Man. So that's where that all comes from. You know, skillful. Well, I had other choices to use. I could have called him Shutsujun Man, which is actually what should have been his real name, because everyone calls them disappearing blocks, and the Japanese word for disappearing is Shutsujun. But it's not as catchy, it's too long, so I stuck with Yoku. Because also it works for the letters as well. If you want to collect 4 letters like beat, B-E-A-T, Yoku, it works great, you know, so you can collect 4 letters.
It rolls off the tongue a lot easier.
Yeah. So that's the origin for that. I guess there's quite a few things we've done there. Let's see, backstory, origin, yeah, I mentioned that he was created to oversee the production of the disappearing blocks. I wanted to think of like an origin for the blocks as well, like have that connected with him. So like he created.
Does he originate from Earth?
Yeah, he's an Earth robot. He did have a human scientist create him.
Okay.
Yeah, so he created the blocks. I imagined he created for the industrial robots during Mega Man 1. Like he'd create them so that they get greater access to areas and things like that. So he worked along with the original Robot Masters. That was my assumption, my idea behind what he is. And then during Mega Man 1, he disappears, you know, during the rebellion, you know, when the robots go berserk. And, little did we know that what he's been doing is hiding in the shadows, watching Mega Man, you know, growing obsessed with him and testing him all these years, and finally coming out and facing him in game.
Because there's definitely been some very interesting reappearing, disappearing block challenges we've gone through in the years of Mega Man games.
It's thanks to him. It was him all along. That's the idea behind it. That's why I wanted to make him an exceptional robot master, like with proper history. It gives people a reason to hate him. It was him all along that did all those blocks.
You have any interesting trivia about Mega Man U or Yoku Man?
About MMU, well, I can tell you right now that Endless is awesome right now. Like, it's even longer than 9 and 10's Endless, so look forward to that. And I've just recently heard Kevin's music for it, because that's what we've been waiting for all this time. You know, we actually finished it, the latest update, but we've just been waiting for Kevin to do the song. But it's Kevin, man. You know, he's brilliant. So given time to do it, we'll wait, man. It'll make it so much better, and it's awesome. So I was just testing out the Endless today with that music, and it's great. So look, it's coming soon, guys. It'll be in a matter of days, I think, now from this video. Watch this space. And oh yeah, there's Whirlpool Man as well. Don't forget Whirlpool Man. He's got a cool level theme as well.
Yeah, I will be showing off Whirlpool Man. I'll have to investigate if like Whirlpool Man's like a select option or how to get to him.
I can tell you that he's actually like
Is he? I was thinking he might be like Anchor in the Mega Man
yeah,
Killer.
he's like a special stage robot. And right now Phil's trying to code in a new weapon for him as well. So what would happen, just like with Enker and that lot, you'd kill them, and then that weapon would become available during the main game. So you'd be able to use it during the main game, you know, an extra weapon.
I guess we can test ourselves to see who would be really useful against.
Yeah, of course. It's not as easy as that. It's not just the boss that has a weakness, but Phil's got to code the effect it has on all the enemies, so that's why it's taking a while. So when you create a new weapon, you've got to give it like coding.
You've got to give it properties.
All the other enemies.
Yeah, you got to give it properties and all that stuff.
Yep.
It's not easy work. I know. So since you disappeared between the starting of the game and like the finishing of the game, how many changes have you seen from the game? Just from like engines to...
Yeah, well, there was the original Multimedia Fusion one I talked about, and then it changed to C++. There was also, originally when I left, Hammerman was still a boss, and that changed to Comic Woman. The level music's changed tons of times. Like, Phil was constantly improving his own tracks, because he would admit this, he's not as good as Kevin when it comes to music, so he's had to change his theme several times. The thing is, even giving the option right now in the new one to choose a theme for Wily 1, because he's including another theme there now, because he's never really been confident about that one. But some people do like it, but you can keep the option to play the original if you want. What else? But I think the coolest thing that he's still changing is he's fixing a lot of issues. Like people report things to him and he's improving them. Because there was this cool thing with people were doing speed runs of Mega Man Unlimited, and
yeah, and the walls
they were taking advantage of where they could use a glue shot, and then they slide with it, and they do some weird little thing where they can zip through terrain. It's like a glitch. So you can skip through a lot of it. He's taken that out. That's not to the benefit of speedrunners though, but it's still a fix. Like, people have reported this to him and he's fixed it. That's one of many things.
What's really nice though is he did release a version of 1.1 with that left intact and entitled it speedrun version of the game.
Yeah. So he brought it back. Yeah. So that's the cool stuff that he does. You know, he listens and he improves. One thing I'd like to change though, but it's been too much work to do. A lot of people complain about Wily 4 the length of doing the whole boss gauntlet, and then having to face 3 more bosses afterwards, Base, Wily, and then so forth. And if you die to all that, you've got to do it all over again. And the one thing people suggested was after you beat, say, Base, then you go to another level, and then you fight Wily. But it sounds like it could be easy to do, but it's not. We'd love to have done that. So, we listen and we think that's an issue, but it'd be too much trouble to fix all that, to change the order of levels and switch things around. You'd create a whole new bunch of bugs by doing that.
Yeah.
We're aware of the issue, guys, but I guess only thing we can suggest really is do it on easy mode, guys, until you've got it done down to a T. Because I can do it. I can do the whole level 4.
I definitely can too. In fact, you'll be seeing it later in this Let's Play.
Right. Okay, I look forward to that.
All right. Here's some questions for you. What's your favorite Mega Man game?
Naturally I'd say 2, but I think for personal reasons I'd say, because everyone says 2, there is a reason for that. It's the classic one and everyone's got fun memories. But I like 4 more, because for nostalgic reasons. It was the last one I actually owned on my NES. And I love the story, the anime cutscenes, the music. Obviously, man, the Cossack Stage 3, man, brilliant song, man.
Yeah, I've always been the biggest fan of Mega Man 5 myself.
Is that because it's easy?
not because it's easy, but just because I just like how visually pleasing the game is, as well as the designs and everything. Around that time is when, I believe the SNES had been released, and they were just Mega Man was still being released on the NES.
Yeah, that's right. 5 and 6 were out when the SNES had already come out. Wasn't it around the time that Mega Man X came out that 5 and 6 was still being made?
I think around 6 is when X came out.
Yeah, 6. That's right. Just 6.
But 5, you can really see how the graphical improvements between the rest of the series up to 5, and how much the designs of the Robot Masters got intricate. I still think one of my favorite designs is Napalm Man. I really like his design.
Yeah, a lot of there's a particular tile set coming up in Endless. It's pretty similar to that, to Napalm Man Stage. It's actually one I submitted to Phil. It was an idea I had. It's a Landfront Ruins tile set.
Oh, cool.
Now, if you know what the Landfront Ruins are at all, it's a little Easter egg to some Mega Man fans out there who know it. There's a certain game called Super Adventure Rockman.
Oh, okay.
Heard about that?
I do remember that game. I've never personally played it, but I have seen a lot of the game.
But the tile set was inspired by, because it's jungle look to it. It's similar in style to Napalm Man Stage.
Yeah. Okay, so what's your favorite console that you've ever used?
It's a tough one. I had a lot of fun with the SNES when I was a kid, but then I got to play Mega Man again via emulation, and I grew into an even bigger Mega Man fan as an adult. So I think that the NES would win, because I had all the Mega Man games on it then. I didn't realise it at the time that I'd love it so much. I hate the fact that I sold my NES now. All those games, Mega Man 1 through 4. Oh, God. No, but then there's the X series as well. I'd say it's a cross between both. I like the NES and the SNES together because of Mega Man and Mega Man X. Yeah.
That's I can't argue against that. Both those series are awesome. What did you think of Mighty Number 9? Did you get the chance to back it?
Yeah, I'm a backer. I was sold about it instantly, so I never been so hyped. There was a couple of nights where I didn't sleep because I was so excited by what I saw.
I couldn't
I'm definitely
believe...
going to get it for the Wii U and 3DS. I'm definitely going to get it for both. I think I might even buy them. Even though I've got the download codes, because I'm a backer, I might even buy them again as well, like just to support it even more.
I'm a Becker as well, but I do plan to get it on the Wii U, and I just, I could not just... I was surprised in how fast it met its goal in only a day, and it's just amazing to see how the fans support it and how blind Capcom is to that.
It's amazing. It's because of the history with Mega Man and Inafune. You know, the fans truly love the guy, and I think it's mainly because of that he got so much support.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I think it's a sign of the times, though, isn't it? Like, I think Mighty Number 9 is like a tragic consequence. That sounded like Luigi's Mansion.
That was my phone. That was like the last thing I was expecting. but continue.
Yeah, I think Mighty Number 9 is like a tragic consequence of the Mega Man situation right now, and it's like in an ideal world, it should be Mega Man 11 that we would be backing, wouldn't we? And but I think it's cool what's going on right now, because I'm hearing that Capcom is on the way out. Like if Mega Man is bought out by another party, maybe Inafune might get his baby back. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'd still back. Would you imagine though a Mighty Number 9 and Mega Man crossover?
It would be pretty cool. It'd be really surreal, actually, just seeing its spiritual successor actually come into contact with it.
Yeah. Can you imagine like Call and Roll like meeting each other?
Which call did you vote for during the call contest?
The one that won?
The call F?
Yeah, the one that looked like Roll. That's why everyone voted for her, isn't it? Because
everyone did vote for that. I personally went for call B and used my second vote for F, because I did like the design of B as well. And I was surprised how popular call H, I think it was.
Yeah. I can't visually...
No, call E. Call E. That was it. She was the one that looked like a telemarketer, or...
Ah, right, yeah. The hat, yeah.
Yeah. I was surprised. And apparently there's a petition to keep her into the game or something like that. And she's even received a new name. I'll have to like do some research about it. I'll post it in the description of the video, and I'll show you later on to make sure you see it. But
they should add all the calls in.
I honestly think they should do that too. I mean, I'd really like to see all the calls in. I mean, some could be like background characters, some could be characters you interact with. But I'd like to see them all actually get used and not like fade into obscurity.
They might become big characters in the future, though. They might even use them as enemies or something, maybe.
Well, we do rarely see ever females as enemies in games, so that would be.
Because of Cole's become so popular, maybe she might get her own antagonist. That'd be intriguing to think of, isn't it? Cole having her own enemy. If Beck can have one, why not Cole? Yeah.
Alright, so we're coming close to this end of this little thing, but let us know some plans of the future you got.
Alright, yeah. I'm trying to get organised with all my stuff. All my networking sites, YouTube, Twitch, my Yokuman Facebook page. I want to get them all looking really professional and... Well, because I've been neglecting them all, really. Like, I'm going to start using Twitter as well. It's like, why haven't I done that? Yeah, come on, everyone uses Twitter now. Yeah. I think it'd be ideal for... Maybe I could make a Yokuman Twitter page or something. That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Because I want to make sure I'm easily reached by my fellow Mega Man fans. easily reached by you. It's been kind of hard to get hold of you and arrange this interview, isn't it, Rip?
Yeah.
So I'm also planning. You know what the origin of my username is? You know, StarsimsUniverse. It's based on a comic character of mine called Starsim. It's like he's having his adventures through his universe. I want to use him as my mascot for my sites and my videos and things. So I'm trying to get a video intro done, animated. But I'm even resorting to paying someone to animate that for me. So I want to make it look really good and professional, like proper 3D quality. Like with the 3D you saw in like the Smash videos for Mega Man, you know, that quality, you know? Something really good looking. I want to see Starsim as I've always wanted to see him, like animated. What he's basically going to do is like just fly through my videos like as an intro, like smile at the camera and stuff, you know? So it's basically what I want to do. I want to do more LPs and a proper scheduled stream, you know, like actually let people know when I'm actually on and keep to that schedule, you know, so you get more followers. And I know for a fact I've got lots of subscribers on YouTube. I need to try and get them over to Twitch, really. I've got hundreds of subscribers on YouTube and they don't know that I stream, so I'm waiting till I finally get my intro done and then I can finally announce it officially. Hey, I've got a Twitch channel, come over and see me. Yeah. There you go, that's my plans for the not too distant future.
Awesome. Alright, I think that's gonna end it for this little interview thingy. Thank you so much for joining me for this.
You're welcome.
And you'll find all of StarSim's links to his channel, his Twitch, his Yokumen's Facebook page in the description of this video.
That would be great. Thanks for that.
No problem. Alright, so this is going to be it for this video. In the next part, I will be going on to Wily Castle, but I might make a separate video just to show off some differences between 1.0 and 1.1, and eventually 1.2 as well. So, cool. You got that to look forward to. Anyway, this is Zeolightning, over and out, along with StarSimsUniverse.
Goodbye, guys.
Thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you later.